That's right, folks. It is that time of year. I'm excited.
I'm very excited.
Michelle-
I am also excited.
Michelle and Tyler are all excited. We are nearing Thanksgiving. We are less than 4 days away. We have Tuesday and Wednesday. Then it's Thanksgiving.
We are T-minus 3 days away.
And then the day after Thanksgiving is a KitchenKillaz tradition, which is hanging out with Mama and Papa Floyd and Mama Floyd and Papa Floyd and sometimes Billy Floyd, getting involved in utilizing all of the Thanksgiving leftovers in creative ways.
Yes.
All the different things that we can do. So tonight, we're going to have Mom and Papa Floyd joining us. Papa Floyd's going to mosey in whenever he's ready. He's a rock star. He's busy.
Yeah.
He's out being Papa Floyd, taking care of all the things. So Mom and Papa Floyd are going to be joining us tonight. In just a second, I just wanted to put this background up because they just look so cute. Look how cute they look.
They both look so happy.
They're so cute. Well, it's because they're looking at a very good-looking, intelligent son on the other side of that camera, and I think genuinely that's why. And we were at a really nice restaurant. The food
I'm sure
there
that's
was
it.
fantastic.
I'm sure that's exactly the reason why.
Nothing to do with that at all. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Good to see everyone. That's my buddy Jeff. He's right back there. He's given the kitchen. He's given the KitchenKillaz kitchen an overhaul. So
it is.
My man Jeff is back there, and I'm super excited to see what this becomes because this has been something I've been thinking about since I first moved into the house, and I was like, I cannot wait to do this. So that's Jeff. This is Tyler. Wait, I'm very good at this. There's Tyler right down there.
There we go.
There's my man Tyler Garrettson, the lovely Michelle Hess joining us as well, and our guest of honor, the lovely Mama Floyd. Mama Floyd, how are you tonight?
I am well.
She is well. So we're super, super excited. Nathan Jewin in the house. Kyle Nunez in the house. The Potato Wrangler is on board.
Yes,
my man
he
Jerome
is.
Schrock. This is how nicknames take their shape.
Right?
This is what happens. For those of you that don't know, Jerome saved the show a couple Fridays ago because one of the main ingredients for the dish had been forgotten by the chef. So he bebopped out of here on his motorcycle and he came back with many potatoes.
Many potatoes.
All the
You
potatoes.
just finished those potatoes yesterday.
I have one big potato left. I did make a gargantuan baked potato yesterday, which took me 3 hours to eat. It was huge. But we got Jerome in the house. It's good to see everybody tonight. Thank you guys for joining us. We hope you guys are prepping up for a wonderful holiday season, whether it's with friends or family, whether it's taking a little time on your own to reflect and understand this past beautiful year, or you are getting kind of crazy, getting nuts and going just ODing on turkey and cranberry sauce.
That's the only way to
Not
do
me.
it.
That's the only way to do it. So I saw something the other day. One of my friends was making like a homemade cranberry sauce, and it just looked so amazing. And I'm still such a fan of the Ocean Spray cranberry sauce in a can. It's still my favorite. It's so good. Like, I like your fancy cranberry sauce, don't get me wrong. It's beautiful, and it's amazing.
It doesn't spread the same, though.
But also,
No.
I will eat an entire can of that cranberry sauce by myself. And one of my favorite things is going to the store on Saturday after Thanksgiving because all the cranberry sauce is massively discounted.
Is that why we still have cans of cranberry sauce?
Yes,
Absolutely.
this is 50 cents for a can of cranberry
All right.
sauce.
Good to know.
So every Thursday is, of course, a wonderful Thanksgiving at the end of November that we share with friends and family. But on Friday, KitchenKillaz goes live from Mama and Papa Floyd's house. And Mama Floyd always pulls out some incredible creative recipes.
Yep.
She takes elements from the history and elements from the future and elements from the interwebs and elements from the cookbooks, and she puts them all together. And last year, we had a fantastic, kind of like a main dish, because she always makes a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
But last year, the year before that, when we've done Thanksgiving Pop-Tarts, we've done
Egg rolls.
Thanksgiving egg rolls, we've done Thanksgiving crescent rolls stuffed with all the delicious Thanksgiving stuff and dipped in cranberry sauce. And I'm super excited to chat with her about what she has in store for us now, because she's always pulling out something.
Yep.
And she's got a couple things in the works. But tonight, we're just going to talk about one of them. We're just going to tease you a little bit with these incredible Thanksgiving recipes, because let's face it, one of the best things about Thanksgiving are the leftovers.
Yes.
So let's get into it real quick. Mama Floyd, many Thanksgivings you have shared. What would you say is one of your favorite ways to use Thanksgiving leftovers in a dish? Is it the sandwich? Is it the paninis? Is it the Pop-Tarts? Is it the muffins? Like the egg roll? We've done so many.
We've done so many.
We've done
I
so
mean,
many.
it's been 7 years.
Yeah, this will be 8.
This will be the 8th Thanksgiving leftover extravaganza.
It's true. That's where I get my titles from, by the way. She comes up with all the awesome titles.
I just was wondering. That's where you get this from.
That's where they all come from.
They have to come from somewhere.
That's right. So what would you say is kind of floating at the top of one of your favorites over the past 7 years that we've put together? What would you think is one of your faves?
I think the crescent roll, the stuffed crescent roll last year was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
The egg rolls were very good. The Pop-Tarts were very good. But the crescent rolls, because it's a crescent roll, I guess, the texture and of whatever, just was my favorite.
Yeah.
They were really good dipped in the gravy, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were awesome. And, I love crescent rolls alone, just like the flaky kind of, light, crispy texture that it adds to it.
Yeah.
I already like those. So stuffing that with all those delicious Thanksgiving ingredients, sign me up. I'm gonna eat 37 of those
Every time.
It's going to be really, really good. And we've done a bunch of different stuff. I mean, I think one year we were actually chatting a little pre-show. We made how many Cornish game hens did we make for everybody?
15.
Yeah, we made so
Somewhere
many
between
because they
12
were
and
little.
15.
Okay.
They were like these little Cornish game, and I'm a huge fan of quail. So
Okay.
Mama Floyd and I went. We were like, okay, let's see what we can do, because I think that Thanksgiving was actually at the community center. So I don't think we had actually done one. I think for some
Exactly.
reason we had gone to the local community center in their community, and we had Thanksgiving there.
Okay.
So there weren't a lot of leftovers. So we were like, okay, well, let's genuinely get all the things, but turkeys were hard to find, and we found Cornish game hens.
Well, I figured they'd be miniature turkeys.
little
instead
tiny
of
turkeys.
Making a whole.
Yeah.
Teeny
it's
tiny
little
turkeys.
Perfect serving.
And I
turkey.
thought they came out fantastic. They were cooked perfectly.
Oh,
they were delicious. They were awesome. They're awesome. Everybody that came decided they were going to eat before they came to the show that's filled with nothing but food and music. So I think I brought home 13 Cornish game hens.
Oh, my gosh.
But they were very, very good. They were delicious. We had a good time.
And it was fun.
Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun. And Thanksgiving leftovers is always kind of a fun time because it's like the day after Thanksgiving, you're kind of getting into that holiday season.
Yep.
You're still the night before the weekend, so you have 2 days to still recover.
Yep.
And then you have all this refrigerator that's just full of these delicious Thanksgiving leftovers, and we use
Smells good.
we normally use the traditional ones, the turkeys, the stuffings, the cranberry sauces,
The green beans.
the green beans, stuff like that, a little bit of that delicious gravy. Normally we stick to the traditional ingredients that you would find around the Thanksgiving table. But I got to say, Tyler, what is your go-to side on Thanksgiving? Not mains, no mains. What is your go-to side? What is your number one?
Put me on spot like there. Goodness. Sure. Well, I would have to say I'm almost as big of a fan of the canned cranberry sauce as you are. Although another great one for me has got to be the dressing.
Like stuffing?
Oh yes.
Or dressing?
Well, no, stuffing it goes into the turkey.
Right.
Dressing's just on the side.
Is it the same stuff?
Same stuff.
Same dress?
Same dress, different clothes.
Different application?
Sure.
So are you a homemade stuffing fan, or are you a stovetop stuffing fan?
Stovetop.
Stovetop. You got.
I've had some homemade stuffing. I just haven't. No, I'm sure there are out there, but I just have not had a stuffing that's as good as stovetop personally.
Yeah, I imagine. The only thing I even know about stovetop is their stuffing. I know nothing else.
Do they make anything
I don't know
else?
what else they do, but I imagine Thanksgiving is their go time. Like they have a big meeting, they get together, they put all their hands in, ready to go. Here we go.
Our Super Bowl.
This is what we've been preparing for. Stovetop stuffing, yeah.
Stovetop on 3. Stovetop on 3.
Stovetop. But we've had some homemade stuffings before. How about you, Michelle? What is your go-to Thanksgiving Turkey Day side?
Side?
Yeah, like your green bean casseroles, your cranberry sauces, you're not even into desserts yet.
The sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes, the yams, all those delicious things. I'll mess up some
green
sweet
bean casserole, but I like it with cream of mushroom or cream of chicken instead
cream of
mushroom.
chicken. Okay. Do you still do the crunchy little onion things on top?
Oh yeah, you got to go with
But
those.
you use
that-
cream of chicken.
Cream of chicken. That's a good idea. I don't think I've ever done the
never
cream of
had
chicken before. I think that's
Yeah.
I think that's new. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I would try it though. I would definitely be down to try that. I would be like, yeah, we're definitely going to try that out.
Maybe we'll do that for Thursday.
That's going to be fantastic. Let's rock and roll! Exclamation point! Yay! That'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good. I don't think I've ever done that before.
Well, my family had to come up with a way to make us eat green beans without the mushrooms because we would pick them out and there would be a side of little mushroom chunks
A little.
on everybody's plate.
None of your siblings ate mushrooms?
My oldest sister and my mom.
That was it, huh?
That was it.
Nobody else touched the mushrooms. They were
Nope.
like, okay, we're going with cream and chicken.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And it was
It was
just
forced.
as good? Mm-hmm. Nice. I've never. I don't think I've ever done cream and chicken before. That usually, I think cream and mushroom is the traditional way to do it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I would try cream and chicken. Don't get me wrong. Like, as long as it has the crispy onion things on top, I'll eat anything.
Oh, yeah.
I love those crispy onion things. Just give me the crispy onions. Usually, if I see the little container, I maybe take 1 or 2 dozen little crispy onion things.
Dozen handfuls.
They're delicious. They're delicious. So Tyler's going with the stuffing, well, with the dressing.
Yes.
And then Michelle's going with green bean casserole, but with cream of chicken instead of cream of mushroom.
Correct.
Mama Floyd, what would you say is your go-to side? Like, what is your favorite Thanksgiving Day turkey go-to side?
I think I think I'm with Tyler. I think the dressing
Yeah.
is my favorite side. That and the sweet potatoes.
Oh yeah, the sweet potatoes or the yams. What's the
Yeah.
difference? Are yams sweet potatoes? Are they the same?
I
Almost.
think so.
Yeah, I think I am. I don't know. I have no
Yeah.
idea. It's possible. They look very similar.
They're very
Yeah, they
similar, but they are different.
They are different. Gotcha. Because there's candied yams and then there's baked sweet potatoes. Gotcha. Very similar, but different. One of them has marshmallow on it. Whatever one has more sugar, that's my favorite.
Yes.
That's probably the candied yams. Because that's
Why
like
am I
made
not
with brown
surprised?
sugar and then more marshmallows on top.
Why am I not surprised?
What about you, Papa Floyd? What is your go-to Thanksgiving Day side that you like the most?
I really have no favorite at all. I like the sweet potatoes.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, we're gonna go with sweet
There you
potatoes.
go. Sweet potatoes.
So we have 2 for dressing. We have the green bean casserole with cream of chicken. We have sweet potatoes with Papa Floyd, and that's actually a pretty full plate right there when you think about it. Like,
Absolutely.
of course, mine is going to be the cranberry sauce out of the ocean spray can. We're just going to set that aside.
Absolutely.
But my other one is sweet potatoes as well. I'll mess up some sweet potatoes. Right underneath that is green bean casserole. Oh, fantastic. But I think sweet potatoes is kind of like a combination. I get to have dinner and dessert simultaneously.
To be honest, I was always afraid of sweet potatoes growing up.
You're afraid of them?
Like I thought they were a lot like yams, and
Oh,
they're different. So I
okay.
just stayed away from both of them.
You didn't like the word yam?
I didn't like either of them. I didn't like.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Gotcha.
I'm weird,
It's
so I
okay.
stayed away from both of them.
You're like, that one looked like that one, so I didn't touch any of
I
it.
started eating sweet potato fries, and now I'm interested in trying sweet potatoes.
Oh, sweet potatoes are so good. What's up, Joni Rodriguez in the house? Good to see you. Nate Druin says Thanksgiving paninis, Thanksgiving pot pie. A Thanksgiving pot pie, like a little
Oh,
tiny
that's a good
Thanksgiving
idea.
pot pie.
That's a really good idea.
That's a good idea, Nathan Druin. Thanksgiving paninis. I would mess. That's like a pressed Thanksgiving sandwich.
Yeah.
I'll take
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You know, those are pretty traditional. You know, it's it's always interesting to see Thanksgiving, to see how it's shared all around the country, and to see how a lot of similarities happen
Yeah.
from state to state, from city to city, county to county. How there's those traditional Thanksgiving meals that come together. You know,
Yep.
and everybody, like, I'm a big pie fan as well. You know, so usually
that's
it's
the other thing I want to try, the sweet potato pie.
Ooh, dude, sweet potato pie is I will, man, I gotta say, hard to tell the difference between sweet potato pie and pumpkin pie. Hard to tell the difference. I eat one, I'm like, is that sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie? Both delicious. Both got a ton of whipped cream on it too.
All right.
So good.
But you need a good apple pie too.
Ooh, a good apple
I am
pie.
a sucker for a good apple pie.
Yeah, now there's so many ways to cook turkeys. There's the deep fried turkey, there's the roasted turkey, and then I was just introduced this weekend to garbage can turkey. Have you guys heard of garbage
What?
can turkey, Mama and Papa Floyd? Have you heard of
No.
this?
No.
Let me tell you.
I'm concerned.
No.
I am
No,
too.
I'm excited.
No reason to be concerned. My man Jerome Schrock, the potato wrangler himself, made a garbage can turkey this past weekend because they celebrated their Thanksgiving this past weekend, and he sent me images and pictures of how to make a garbage can turkey. And it's very similar. You take the entire turkey, you season it, you put your rubs on it, whatever you need to do. And then it looks like, I'm going to see if I can kind of send this to you guys, because it's very, very, very interesting to see this. I've never heard of this before, but you get to use a garbage can, which looks like it's a metal garbage can, of course. And then so you have a space in the ground that's like, there's dirt, and then it looks like they take a big mat, like an aluminum foil kind of like heavy mat, set it down, and then they take charcoal and they make a circle. Then they put a spit in the middle with a spike on it, and they get the turkey seasoned and they put it down on the spike. And then they take a garbage can and they put it upside down on top of the turkey, and then they cover the garbage can with charcoal. And they go back and they pick it out an hour and a half later, and it's ready to rock and roll.
That sounds like a crazy version of barbacoa.
Garbage can turkey.
It sounds like a Dutch oven.
It does sound like a Dutch oven.
It's just not a cast iron trash can.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it sounds like a barbacoa is where we got the word barbecue from. So, but it's basically, when you think of a pig in the ground on a spit, like, that's barbacoa.
Barbacoa.
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't really have another way of describing it, because I'm still not 100% familiar with it, but that sounds awfully dang similar to my understanding of it.
Awfully dang similar. I like that. Tyler. That's exactly what it sounds like. I'm going to go ahead and play some of this stuff, because this is a video that Jerome sent me. I've got the images right here. I'm so glad that the internet is so quick. It is wonderful. So let me show you a couple of these pictures that he shot over to me that we're kind of taking a look at, because I've never seen garbage can turkey before. I was just introduced to it, and it looks amazing. I think it's delicious. So let me go ahead and do that real quick, and we're going to go ahead and pick this up, because there's so many ways that you can cook a turkey. So let's bring this bad boy. So there's the garbage can turkey. There's the turkey inside the garbage can with the charcoal on the outside of it, of course, ready to go. And then there's also, and I want to say Jerome said he let it go for about an hour and a half. Just kind of let it do its thing, let it roast, and let it spend its time doing whatever turkeys do to be better turkeys. Which a better turkey is always a cooked turkey.
Indeed.
Oh yes.
They're always good. They're always good. So let me see if I can pick this up real quick. Oh yeah, we're going to share this one as well. No way, we're going to share this one. I've never seen garbage can turkey before. So this is the reveal, the big reveal, if you will. Okay, so they look like they have just like an aluminum pan. They got the spit. They have the charcoal on the outside. And it looks like they just had the garbage can right over top of it. They had the charcoal on top of the garbage can, and that was it. You just let it rock and roll.
Crazy.
You like safety first lesson. Always kids. They have something to pick up that garbage can with, and there's your roasted turkey right there.
Wow.
Garbage can turkey. I'm down.
Wow.
That looks fantastic.
Yeah, you told me about it the other night, and I was like, man.
Jerome was very mean to me. He goes, man, I'm making garbage can turkey tomorrow. I'll send you pictures. I go, you're going to make me wait till tomorrow? Rude. What is a garbage can turkey? I'm so interested.
I need answers.
We need answers.
We have answers now, and you still didn't get to try any, did you?
And you don't have to clean the oven up. Papa Floyd's onto something now. I will say this. Mama Floyd and I have fought our oven for the last 3 years, and it just keeps playing with us, and we don't know why.
That's right.
We have no idea why.
I forgot.
There was one year it just turned off.
And then she got a new one.
Oh, that's when I had to take the turkey down to the clubhouse. Yeah. I had a 25-pound turkey, and there was probably 75 people waiting to eat. I put the turkey in the oven, and it had browned, and then I'd covered it up so it could continue to cook. And 4 hours later, I go to get it, and it's raw.
We looked at the temperature. We're like, there has to be something wrong here. Like, what's going on? And then she realized that when she opened the oven, it was off.
It was off.
It had just shut itself off. It was totally done. And now here we are trying to get a 25-pound turkey over to. And now we had a couple hours left that we pulled it off somehow, but we were a little late.
We got there a little late, but it still went. It was
But
still good.
That's crazy.
Oh man,
wow.
it was bonkers. We've had a couple times,
crazy.
and now she's got a little PTSD because every time she makes the turkey, she's like, "Is it on? We got to check and see if it's on. Is it
But
on?"
now she's got the smart one that she can link to her phone and she can check on her phone.
That's right. I think we got that squared
There you
away
go.
too. She got
Yes,
the
we did.
application. She scanned the QR code, and she can turn it on and turn it off, and all that good stuff. So we
Monitor
can.
Yeah.
where she's
Fancy.
away.
We're using technology to defeat the turkey.
Technology.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
I wound
Oh,
up
yeah.
getting a new stove.
Screw this stove. We threw it away.
Throwing things out the window.
I want to say Jeff Lerner pops in. Jeff Lerner does a deep fried turkey, which I've never had deep fried turkey before. I've heard about it, but I've heard it's fantastic.
delicious.
I've heard it's
It is
also
good.
it's also dangerous to make. Don't put a frozen
Yes.
turkey
Never
in the
put
oil.
a frozen turkey in the oil.
You know, and a lot of people do
Right.
that. That's why normally I'll see a something posted online that says, I'm sorry to all the people that, burned something down by trying to deep fry a frozen turkey this year. And it's like a week
No.
before it even happens, and then sure enough, it happens.
It always
Right.
happens.
It's like, how do people not Google stuff these days? How do they not go, how do I deep fry a turkey? Rule number 1, don't deep fry a frozen turkey.
And
Don't
the
do
worst
that.
and the worst part is every year you always see your local fire department, your local whichever, like just posting a video like showing you.
Yeah.
They show you what
Yeah.
happens when you deep fry a frozen turkey, and it still happens.
And it's still, they do it
It's not going to
every,
happen to me.
that's it.
well, yes, but Mama Floyd, you know better. You know better.
That's right. It's not going to happen to me. JB Geek comes in. This is Jerome. The Potato Wrangler says 25-pound turkey, 2.75 hours in the can.
Wow.
Less than 3 hours
Wow.
Wow.
to fully cook a 25-pound turkey.
But of course, you also don't have to worry about the can turning off.
And you don't have to worry about the can shutting off. That is true. That is also true. Jeffrey Lerner says he has a turkey fryer specifically made for turkeys.
There you go.
If you try to fry anything else in there, a random hand just pops up and smacks it away.
What you doing?
No. Turkeys only. No Cornish
No.
game hens. No chickens.
No.
No Pop-Tarts.
No.
No ducks.
No.
No duck. Only turkey.
Only turkey in this fryer.
So it's normally one of those things where, and I always try to do this every year. Maybe I'm sure we're all similar, but right when everything kind of hits the table, it's that moment where I just look at it and I go, man, how thankful are we? How lucky are we?
Oh,
To
yeah.
have a table full
Absolutely.
of friends and family, to have a table full of food, and you're not going to eat it all. That's most certainly a day of abundance. And it's like
Oh, yeah.
you start out early, Mama Floyd, and I usually head over on Wednesday night, so we're normally up pretty early. We got the Macy's Day Parade going on.
in the
that's
background.
always my
You got the
favorite part.
smells of the kitchen already kind of filling the house, all that
You
good
kind of have
stuff.
to fight Mama Floyd to help in the kitchen.
Yeah, yes. Well, the question is, you can't say, do you need help? Because no. And you can't even say, do you want help? You have
I
to
know.
literally
The answer is
say,
also no.
put me to work. Or take something
From her
Yes,
and
you have to
do
take
it
it from her.
anyways.
We're doing this.
And then she'll interrupt you and be like, actually, can you do this?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
actually do
that.
this. I'm going to go ahead and do that.
You're not doing it right.
But that's and Papa Floyd has the biggest responsibility. His job is to relax, hold the recliner down, and eat the food.
And stay out
Play
of the
with
way.
the puppies.
These are very, very, and keep the puppies out of the kitchen, which Luke always is in the kitchen. He just wants to be around. Put me
All
to
the
work.
time.
Put me to work. I can help. Drop something. I'll
Put me-
clean.
put me-
Can help
coach,
keep the
put me-
floor clean.
I'll keep the floor clean.
Exactly.
Everybody needs that. It's good. He was just eating shards of wood in here, him and Leia
From the
both
cupboards?
from the cupboards because they
Oh,
thought it was
no.
like food. So I look over and Leia's like, and I go, what are you eating? And I look down, and it's like a little tiny piece of the cupboard. I'm like, don't eat. We feed you. We feed you. We give you snacks. We give you greenies. We give you bites. We give you rawhides. We give you like premier dog food. Premier dog food.
You get the fancy stuff.
They're eating the cupboard. They're eating the wood from the cupboard. That's what they're eating. We're giving them too much fancy stuff. We gotta bring it back down again. I think that's what's going on. That's what's going on. We've
Luke
spoiled
will
them.
throw a tantrum.
Yeah, that is true.
He will not eat for a week.
Yeah, he will go on strike. Luke has gone on
Hunger
strike
strike.
before. That is very true. That is very true. So I would say, Mama Floyd, your go-to for the turkey has always been in the oven.
Yes.
It's always been something that you've kind of like worked on and perfected. And she does one of these things where she preps the turkey and she does everything, and she's having 12 different conversations at the same exact time while she's making 3 or 4 other things. So
Yeah.
I would imagine she doesn't even know what she's doing. She's just on autopilot. but
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, is there a specific thing that you do that you've realized over the past however many years you've been making turkeys is something that either a way to season, a way to stuff, a way to prep that you found continuity every year where you know that the turkey is going to come out, bar the craziness with the oven. But there is like if somebody's stepping into the turkey game now, what tips would you give them to make sure that the turkey comes out nice and not overcooked and moist? Because you always knock it out of the park.
Well, the first thing that I always remember or try to remember to do, and I have failed this once or twice, is take the bag of giblets out of the middle of it.
Got to take the bag of giblets? Giblets?
Giblets.
Is it giblets or giblets?
Giblet,
always-
well,
Giblets.
giblets.
Why do they put them in a bag and put them in the turkey in the first place? Do some people cook with them?
Some
Some
people
people
put them
eat
in
'em.
gravy.
Some people use them for their gravy. Some people eat those parts.
Okay.
We find those people weird.
Okay.
I agree. We find those people weird, but some people eat. You know, it's the neck and the organs and
They eat all
yeah,
of it.
no. But,
Gotcha.
But that's number one is
Nah.
trying to remember to get
Take the bag of giblets out of the center of the turkey. Gotcha.
And then
Gotcha.
from there, the one thing I started to do a long time ago, is I put orange.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I
right.
cook
I
it
forgot
with
about
onion, celery, of course, salt and pepper, some sage, and an orange.
that. And you got to
the
get.
citrus.
Oh
The
yeah.
citrus gives
That
it
sounds
a
great.
little bit different flavor.
Yeah, I
love.
think the citrus does really, really well, and it's super subtle too. It doesn't do
Yeah.
anything too crazy. It adds a really subtle little bit of a sweetness to it and a little tiny bit of tang, which I think works really, really well when it combines with everything else. It's just
Yeah.
I like that. So for those of you that are out here and you're getting ready to make your first turkey, Mama Floyd giving you a couple tips and tricks. You know how to whip it up. Don't forget to take the giblets out of the center of the turkey. Got to get
they
the
need
bag
And
of
also, you
giblets.
have
Got
to
to
peel
go.
the
out.
orange.
And you got to peel the orange. Okay, see, there we go.
Two things. Those
peel-
two things.
Yeah, there we go. So Jerome comes in and says, boil in your mashed potato water to make a broth for gravy. Boil the giblets. Is that what he's saying?
Oh, okay.
Boil
believe
the
so, yes.
giblets in mashed potato
And
water,
the
Jerome? Is that what you're saying?
Potato water.
Boil
potato
in your
wrangler.
mashed
Add it
potato
again.
water to make a broth for the gravy.
That,
Okay.
That
That's not-
is interesting.
Yep, that's what he's saying. So take those giblets and boil it in your mashed potato water to make a broth for the gravy. Jerome,
interesting.
I'm excited, Jerome.
The potato wrangler strikes again.
The potato wrangler is here. I will say this: tomorrow where we work, I'm not going to say the name of the place, is the 3rd annual chili challenge, and we have 5 competitors. Our very own Michael Conway, Conway's Campfire Chili, he's going to be involved. My buddy Miguel Ortiz, who just joined the feed a couple Fridays ago for Christine, he's a new KitchenKillaz fan. He's involved. We have
All
Kevin
right.
Abraham, who lost last year by 1 point. We
I know
also
your
have
pain.
my man David Duke, who is a professional barbecuer, and he sent me his recipe this past week. And then Jerome has entered as well. So we have 5 competitors for our chili
Oh,
challenge
my
tomorrow.
goodness.
And Jerome is extremely confident. And I will say this: the more this man talks about food, the more I am growing extremely confident in Jerome as well, because I never would have considered boiling it in your mashed potato water to make a broth for the gravy.
Right.
That's awesome. Ryan Nolan comes in and says, "Sounds yummy."
Yep.
That's
It
right. So,
does.
Absolutely.
for those of you out there in the chat, what is your favorite go-to Thanksgiving side? We've got green bean casserole, sweet potatoes. We've got the stuffing or the dressing from the
yep.
great Tyler Garrettson. Papa Floyd chose sweet potatoes as well, and then we had the ocean spray cranberry sauce, which is everybody's favorite. That's just the way it is. And Mama Floyd, I think, was on Tyler Garrettson's side.
With the
She's a
dressing.
huge fan of the stuffing or the dressing, in the turkey or out of the turkey.
Out of the turkey.
Out of the
Okay, so
turkey.
dressing. Gotcha. So what do you guys say? Matthew Pfeiffer in the house. Howdy from cold Arizona. Matthew Pfeiffer, good to see you, my guy. Good to see you. Thank you guys for spending some time with us tonight. We're hanging out with Mama and Papa Floyd talking about our post-Thanksgiving Day smorgasbord
Yes.
that we're going to have on Friday. It'll be the 8th year that we have done Thanksgiving leftovers, specifically focused on the delicious combinations that you can create from these amazing, delectable treats that you have left over after the feast of Turkey Day, which is super freaking cool. we also have Jeff Lerner in the house. Where there's a Jeff Lerner, there is a Laney Lerner. So Jeff and Laney, what are your go-to sides as well? Nathan Jewin pops in and says rice and sausage dressing. Okay.
Interesting.
A rice and sausage dressing. Joni Rodriguez, she's a potato girl.
Mashed
She
potatoes,
loves the
love
mashed
it.
potatoes. She's like, yo, hit me with the mashed potatoes, man. JB Geek says J-Dog's actually world famous smashed taters. His chili is almost world famous. He gave me the title. He told me, hey, this is what I'm going to call it. I go, okay.
All right.
Apparently, his mashed potatoes are actually world famous.
Actually world famous. Love it.
They're smashed taters.
Okay.
But there's a difference between smashed and mashed.
So I like that Jerome has world famous mashed taters, and Joni's favorite dish is mashed taters. So I feel that there hopefully is a meetup somehow where Jerome's world famous mashed taters and Joni's love for mashed taters come together, and they're actually able to become best friends. Rice and sausage dressing. Have you had rice and
I've
sausage
never had
dressing
that.
before?
I've never even heard of that.
I haven't heard of that either. Tyler, have you had rice and sausage dressing, sir?
I've had rice. I have had sausage. I have not had them in the form of a dressing.
Okay, gotcha. I've had rice and sausage. I've not. Papa Floyd, have you had rice and sausage dressing before?
Never.
I think that's a first for me. Ryan Nolan comes in and says stuffing. So Ryan, we've been having a conversation here. Stuffing is the dressing in the turkey that comes out that you eat. And then dressing never goes in the turkey. So are you a dressing fan or a stuffing fan? Because stuffing means that it's in the turkey, and he likes to eat that.
Yeah.
I think I would be more of a stuffing fan because it's going to have more of that delicious turkey essence to it, which is going to be fantastic. That's a smashed taters are like a smashed burger. Okay, you got it. They have been made and loved all over the world. They are world famous.
Ooh, world famous.
Actually world famous.
They are world famous. We have what's up, Mike? We have my man Mike from Live Music saying he likes to start with dessert. I can't say no to that.
That's the best place to
I kind of
start.
like him.
My family makes a dessert that is part of the dinner
Okay.
outside of the pies.
Really?
It's
What
that
do they
Jell-O
do?
salad.
Oh, is that the Jell-O salad that you're making with the graham cracker crust? Stop it! You get right out of here. I will say Matthew Pfeiffer comes in and says cornbread dressing.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever had cornbred dressing. That sounds really
sounds
good
delicious.
too.
That's
amazing.
That's what Joanne Mishu,
Oh,
the famous Mishu gravy. That's
oh.
what she makes, a cornbread stuffing.
I would say so. We actually had Joanne join us on the show one year, and I think she had made like French baguettes or something like that. What was? Oh man, and she is incredible. You want to talk
Yeah.
about Southern home cooking? That's Joanne Mishu. Oh my goodness gracious! She could blink her eyes and make the most delicious gravy you've ever tried in your entire life, and she doesn't even know she made it. She's wow, there it is. She's like a wizard. No, not
Got a
not
stick of butter in
not a
there,
wizard.
too.
That's a guy, and not a witch. What would a female wizard be?
Sorceress.
A sorceress?
A sorceress.
A sorceress. A sorceress of
That sounds
gravy.
beautiful.
She's a gravy sorceress.
The southern sorceress
The
of
southern
gravy.
sorceress of gravy.
Her family's been in this part of Florida for over 100 years.
Oh wow.
How awesome is that?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is absolutely awesome. So and
She is writing it all down.
yeah. For which one is she doing? Is she doing the gravy?
She's going to do the gravy,
Uh-oh.
So she.
and she has to do the turkey in order to do the gravy because
Fantastic.
you have to have the one in order to make the other.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
So she will have literally written the
she's
book
writing
on it.
it all down.
Yeah.
She's writing it all down, and it might be going in a book. We're just going
And
to
it
throw
may
it
be
out there.
going in a book.
I would say Aunt Ruth is in the house. What's up, Aunt Ruth? Good to see you. She
Hi,
says
Aunt
hi to
Ruth.
everybody. Aunt Ruth
Hello.
Floyd McLeod. That's my dad. One of my dad's 26 sisters. Aunt Ruth, good to see. She's the baby. What's up, Aunt Ruth? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're hanging out with Mom and Papa Floyd for those of you that are just joining us. So every Friday after Thanksgiving, I'm extremely happy to be able to join Mom and Papa Floyd in Casa de Floyd. And we do a specific show based on the incredible combinations of Thanksgiving leftovers that you can create amazing concoctions. And we've come up with some different stuff every single year. Now, I will say, Mama Floyd, we do have a picture of one of the items that we're going to be making. Mama Floyd teased it a little earlier.
Oh.
Now, last year,
It looks so good.
knocked it out of the park. We took like the cupcake pans, and we put
The muffin
we
tins.
put The muffin tins, yes, she knows the fancy words. We cupcake pans, muffin tins, yes, and then we did the what kind was it again? The croissant.
I used the crescent roll.
So
we rolled them
and made
flat instead of triangular.
Yeah, we flattened them
created
out.
a cup.
Yep, and
using the crescent roll.
That's right. We put it in the bottom of the muffin tin, and then we filled it with all the deliciousness, and then we closed it, and then we baked it, which was absolutely delicious.
Yeah, and it wasn't. You don't have to bake it very long because you're only cooking the roll and heating.
Exactly.
Reheating
All the food is already ready to go.
So by the time the
it was
roll's
like 8
cooked,
minutes.
everything's reheated.
Yeah, and then we had a couple different dippers. We had a cranberry sauce because we were topping it with cranberry sauce, and then we also had some people were double dipping the cranberry sauce and then into the gravy.
Oh, that's right.
Bro, it was so good. Those were so good. And we've done the Pop-Tarts. Which were really great because, KitchenKillaz, we love Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts loves us. So we've done the Pop-Tarts. We've done the egg rolls. The egg rolls were out of this world. We did 416 Cornish game hens. Then we also did the muffins. And this year, one of the things that Mama Floyd has stumbled upon, if you will, are these. Now, we're working on the name, okay? But these are... We are working on the name, but I did want to bring this up and kind of show it to you guys because this is one of the items that we are working on this Thanksgiving, which are these delicious, and you can call them whatever you want to call them. The way that we're referring to them as is cranberry turkey stuffing spheres. Globes. You can't. Yeah, orbs. If you say turkey balls, you're going to upset somebody. Somebody's going to get mad.
I'm offended.
Here comes PETA. They're going to be mad at us. It's going to be a thing. So these are orbs. Cranberry turkey stuffing orbs. But these look amazing as well. I did find. There we go. Matthew Pfeiffer comes in and says, "Just call them holiday balls." The incredible holiday balls. Thank you, Matthew Pfeiffer. That's really what we needed was that. So this here's another shot right here, and this one has got a little bit of that delicious gravy on it. You can see the cranberries in it. You can see the sliced celery, and these look like they're about slightly smaller than meatball size. Not like the gargantuan Italian meatballs where you can kill a guy if you put it into a sock.
They look bite size, a couple of bites.
Maybe a little bigger than the Swedish meatballs. They kind of look like bite size. Amuse bouche is, I believe, what Dane would call them. So I'm going to eat 416 of these. That's going to be fantastic.
Put me down for
Good
6.
thing we have a lot of leftovers.
Oh yeah, and you can put a lot of stuff in there. What are you thinking for this recipe for the turkey orbs, Mama Floyd?
Well, turkey dressing, a little bit of mashed potatoes.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Probably I'll chop up some string bean, put that in there. That'll give it color. And of course, maybe cheddar cheese, just as a little bit of something different.
There.
And if I don't do the cheddar cheese, I'll use some sweet potato.
Oh, some sweet potato too? Okay, they're not going to be small. They're going to be big.
No, they're going to be ginormous.
Well, once it's all mixed together, though, you can make them as big as you want.
The size of a baseball, exactly.
Or softball. Baseball or softball
I thought she was going to hit me with like 2 or 3 ingredients. We're like 8 ingredients in. She's like, let's keep on going. Matthew Pfeiffer says, Turkey Day mountain oysters. Stop it. Oh my gosh. Oh, Pete is definitely coming after us now. But
all because of you, Matthew Pfeiffer.
I guarantee you it's going to be delicious. We've always been able to come up. Mama Floyd has always pulled out a miracle when it comes up to the day after Thanksgiving, and it's always something that we have never had. It's always a concoction. Like she'll get a couple ideas from here, and then she kind of thinks about her history and what she's done, what she can create. She kind of takes the little bits and pieces and she creates this amazing thing that we've just never. I've never had turkey Pop-Tarts, never had Thanksgiving egg rolls, never did the stuffed Thanksgiving muffins, and now we're doing the turkey / stuffing / cranberry. What'd you call them? Turkey Day mountain oyster holiday balls. Gotcha. Done. Done. We love it. So Aunt Ruth comes in and says, Lynn is legendary for her cookies and other baked goods. When I was little, I used to make cookies with Lynn, and I looked forward to it every year.
Aww.
So nice.
That's adorable.
Well, that's just sweet. Aunt Ruth, what is your go-to Mama Floyd cookie? Because Mama Floyd, one of my favorite things, and you know, we like Luke and Leia will always be puppies.
I've had one of her cookies.
Bro, Luke and Leia will always be puppies. Always. They're 12. They'll always be puppies. At the Floyd household, we always celebrate Christmas as if we did 30 years ago when we were kids.
Yeah.
You know, we still have the tree and the presents and the stockings and the music and Santa, you know, all that good stuff. And the Christmas cookies. Like, it's one of those things that's just such a heartwarming thing. Very, very, very soul-filling to be able to do. And then over time, people start to shed those things because they quote-unquote think they've gotten too old for it or people aren't going to like it. Listen, I don't care how old you are, Christmas cookies are always amazing.
They're always amazing.
You know, having a beautiful
Always the
Christmas
best.
tree,
I'm so
watching
excited
It's
for
a
the
Wonderful
cookie
Life. Oh, the cookie charcuterie challenge and the
Yep.
coquito competition.
Oh.
December 13th, kids. Oh, we're
I'm gonna make
mark
my
your
own.
calendars.
I'm gonna make one for the KitchenKillaz.
Okay. Oh, what,
but I'm gonna
coquito
make
or
my
cookie?
own. The cookie charcuterie
Ooh,
board.
a cookie charcuterie board. So I got to say this, Aunt Ruth, what is your go-to Mama Floyd cookie? I'm interesting because I didn't know Mama Floyd when she was a kid. I wasn't around yet. You know,
Obviously.
I bet Mama and Papa Floyd were cool cats to hang out with. I bet they were. From what I understand, my dad had long hair and an awesome beard. You know, so I would say he was probably a pretty chill dude to kick it with. And my mom was a huge music fan. So people, one of the things that everybody knew about her was her record collection. It was like outstanding. So she's always been a huge audiophile, big time. So I can imagine Mama and Papa Floyd were pretty cool to kick it with. You know, pretty cool to hang out with. I mean, they still are pretty cool to hang out with, but they still have to be parents every now and then.
Our experience at the restaurant.
Yes, definitely. What experience?
We were
when?
in Cumberland, Maryland. It's in the mountains of the western part of Maryland, which is very mountainous. It's right before you get to Virginia, West Virginia. Daddy had long hair and a beard. I had long hair. We go into this restaurant. We sit there.
Now this is with mountain folk too.
And we sit there. And we sit there. They refused to serve us. They wouldn't even give us a glass of water.
What?
We were hippies from the city, and we were not welcome in Cumberland, Maryland.
Wow.
Wow.
How rude.
Not even a glass of water.
Not even a glass of water. We sat there for 45 minutes waiting for somebody to come to the table, and they just walked right by us.
Wow. Did you guys finally just say something, or did you
We
just
just
decide
got
to
up
leave?
and walked out. What are you
Yeah.
going to do?
Yeah. Wow.
How rude.
I was hoping
that's
Aunt
when
Ruthie
we
was
had
going to
long
say
hair.
this. Aunt Ruthie says, I liked Mom's chocolate chip cookies. Yes, your dad had longish hair and a beard. Your mom had long, beautiful hair. She did. I saw a picture of my mom when she had long hair, and it was like past her waist, like down to her freaking kneecaps or something like that. And it was long and dark and straight. It was awesome.
Oh, wow.
Awesome. You know, a couple weeks ago for Veterans Day, I posted a picture of my dad looking dapper. Looking so good in his glasses and his uniform. Fantastic. No long hair and a beard. It was military style. But I do like the fact that there was a time, you know, especially they grew up in the 60s and the 70s. How do you not have long hair and a beard? You know, how do you not do that? My mom even had long hair and a beard. Everybody did it.
My mom had long hair.
Beards were all the fashion.
Beards were, and about 10 years ago, beards started to kind of come back. But then it was a lot about the beard. You know, the beard oil and this. You were brushing out and became like a status and a societal thing. When before, I think it was like, it wasn't a popular thing, which is why people do it, because it was kind of like anti-establishment. You know, it was kind of like the hippie thing to do was to grow out the beard, to grow out the hair, you know, to kind of break those walls of establishment. Now it's become cool. you know?
And as long as it's well kept and pretty.
Yeah. I mean, there were times you couldn't even get a job if you had long hair. You couldn't get a job if you had a beard. You couldn't
Yeah.
get a job if you had a tattoo. God forbid.
Oh,
You know, like good luck.
anything visible?
You dirty heathen hippies. We don't want you working here. Get out of here.
What's
Yep.
wrong with you?
You know, but now it seems that there's a big thing of acceptance and a lot more tolerance these days.
Yeah.
You know, so you can grow out the beard, you can grow out the hair, you can have a couple tattoos, and you can still live a very healthy career with a wonderful life. You know,
Yeah.
which is really good. But you know, going back, I would like to say one of my favorite cookies that Mama Floyd makes is her chocolate chip cookies. They're absolutely outstanding. They're
All right.
awesome. And
All
she
right.
crushes it on Christmas. She crushes it. Aunt Ruth says, "No hippies."
No hippies.
But I will say I'm really, really looking forward to these bad boys right here.
I am too.
These
look so good.
These look really, really good, and I like that Mama Floyd put 413 ingredients in them as well. You know, she with the green beans. Oh yeah, 100%. That's going to be really good.
No
Calorie
celery
free.
bits.
Calorie free, yeah, because the Friday after Thanksgiving, calories don't count.
They never do.
Oh yeah.
They never do. We don't know. It's like we don't. There's some things in this world we don't understand, and one of them is how everything can be calorie free on the Friday after Thanksgiving. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Jerome says that's not fair. I can't enjoy the long hair. One day, Jerome. One day. I actually am going to donate my hair soon. Maybe you can get it. Then Jerome can have the long dark locks. Jerome is very aerodynamic. He's a very aerodynamic young man.
Stop.
But it's there we go, the counterculture hippie. The counterculture hippie. There you go, Ryan Nolan. Ryan Nolan knows what's up. He knows what's going on. He's got a couple years on me. I think when were you born, Ryan? 69? I want to say he's probably 10 years older than I am, I think. You know, so I would imagine he was born in 69, growing up through the 70s. Maybe he didn't get to participate a lot, but he probably got to see a lot.
Yeah.
You know, 5, 6, 7 years old, you start making some memories. So you're like 1976, 77, 78, like
Yep.
probably seeing some really, really cool stuff. You know, around that time, especially in regards to style, which like
so much different.
oh man,
too.
so much great style. You know, like the music was different, the style was different, how people carried themselves, the dress was different.
Yep.
I guess just the general interactions between people were different. You know, I grew up in a time where I could walk home from school and nobody
same.
was like, you know, it was okay. Now you send your kid walking home from school by himself, you're going to have the cops at your door.
Yep.
You know, like you can't do that. You know, one of my buddies was just telling me he got a call from one of the neighbors one time because his kid was riding his bike up and down the sidewalk, and a neighbor called him screaming at him, threatening to call DCF because that was child abuse because your kid could get taken. So now you can't even let your kids ride the bikes up and down the road. And it was
my
like in their
gosh.
community, you know, and I'm thinking, man, what happened to us?
Yeah.
You know, like in Maryland, we had lightning bugs. You know, which were
I
awesome in that
love
time of year when
lightning
lightning
bugs.
bugs would come out. The weather was beautiful and everybody's out having fun and you're just kind of hanging out and having a good time. Like those are just really, really, really good days. Ryan was born in 74. He says the rat tail was in style. The rat tail.
I haven't thought about
I
the rat
forgot
tail
about
for
the
a
rat
long
tail.
time.
So what's the difference between a rat tail and a mullet? Is the rat tail like a small ponytail?
No, so a rat tail is when your hair is short. Like picture my hair short almost, maybe a little shorter, but you've got like a long bit of hair growing from the back of your head in the shape of a pseudo ponytail. It's the I have strong feelings of this. I've seen it in person. I still see it in person sometimes, and it is the most ridiculous looking thing. It is 5 times worse than a mullet, and mullets are okay, but then this is just like, no, what is the stop?
Mullets
Just
are coming
stop.
back, Tyler. Did you hear that?
I have heard that.
About 2-3 years ago. I heard that mullets were on the comeback,
Just
and
as
now
long, just as long as it's a power mullet.
now like I've seen a lot of the younger kids. You know, we got some of the people at work, like their kids will come to the office and they'll have mullets, and I'm like, is that purposeful? They're like, oh yeah, it's cool again. Now it's cool. It's back. You know, Jerome says, I'm from the mullet era.
There
So
you go.
JB Geek from the mullet era. Aunt Ruth comes in. I hate nosy busybodies. I hear that. Aunt Ruth says, I tried to forget about the rat tail.
Whenever you meet my dad, you got to ask him about the rat tail and his opinions on that.
I totally forgot about that until Ryan brought it up. I wouldn't even have thought of the rat tail. I totally forgot.
I completely forgot too.
I try to forget.
I thought the 60s and 70s was much more hippie-ish. Was rat tail the 70s or was that early 80s? Like, when did that actually happen?
Rat tails were closer to the 80s.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Wow. I mean, I like how it's always like, damn the man. Yeah. We're going to stand up to the man. We're going to rat tail it. Awesome. We're going to mullet it. And what is this? Aunt Ruth says business in the front, party in the back.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. That's awesome. Aunt Ruth, I don't know. Did we get Aunt Ruth's favorite side? I don't think we did. Aunt Ruth, what is your go-to favorite side for Thanksgiving? Like we've got the green bean casserole, the stuffing, the cranberry sauce, the sweet potatoes, the mashed potatoes, the turkey. What was the sausage gravy? The
Rice and
sausage gravy.
Stuffing.
Oh man.
Dressing.
Dressing.
All that good. The dressing. Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. Yeah. So Aunt Ruth, what is your favorite go-to side for Thanksgiving? Because Mama Floyd is taking all the sides that she's taking all the sides that everybody says, and she's putting them in the turkey, Rocky Mountain oyster thing balls.
Sweet potatoes would be really good in those.
Sweet potatoes would be very good in that. I get that. That would be really good. We're just trying to get as inappropriate as possible. And if you don't give us a different answer, Aunt Ruth, Mama Floyd's going to put chocolate chip cookies in them. So you gotta let us know. Oh, there we go. Sweet potato casserole. Oh, I'm a sucker for a casserole. I love a good tuna casserole. Fantastic. Sweet potato casserole. Incredible.
Yep.
Ice cream casserole. One of my favorites. Yeah, I made that one up, but I guarantee you it's going to be a thing now.
Absolutely.
I could totally make it.
Ice cream.
We'll have
fried
that
ice
for
cream.
dessert on Friday night, Michelle.
Ice cream casserole.
Ice cream casserole.
All right.
Okay, sweet potato casserole. Okay, so what's the difference between sweet potatoes and a sweet potato? What makes it a casserole? What is that?
Typically, it's in a casserole dish.
So the dish makes it a casserole?
Oh goodness!
What makes it a casserole?
What's it?
I'm interested. What makes it a casserole? Here we go. What makes it a casserole? Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. Okay, so this says a casserole is a baked dish that's made in a casserole dish and typically contains a protein, vegetables, and a starchy binder. Why do they have to get all scientific on us?
Yeah.
Cooked together in the oven. Okay, so it's a bunch of ingredients cooked together in like a one pot. Like in a casserole dish, a bunch of different things.
Okay. Well now.
What was that? What was that, Papa Floyd?
Aunt Ruth can tell you what she puts in hers.
Yeah, Aunt Ruth, what do you put? Do you make the sweet potato casserole, Aunt Ruth? Because we're probably going to have to buy you a plane ticket to come down for Friday. I'm just going to throw it out there. It's probably not a bad idea.
Pack your bags.
Pack your bags. So green bean casserole, tuna casserole, broccoli and cheese casserole are good examples of traditional casseroles. A sweet potato casserole, marshmallow and pecans. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Remember we were talking about the candied yams with the marshmallows on top, and I like all the sugar? Aunt Ruth, what's up? I like that.
That's all your favorite food. That's all your primary food groups right there.
That's it right there. Marshmallows and pecans with potatoes.
And sweet potatoes.
And sweet potatoes. I mean, I feel that is the triad, the pyramid. That's all. It's just marshmallow right at the top. Is number one.
All right.
And then you got the sweet potatoes, which is okay. The marshmallow is really where it's at. And then you got the candied pecans with more sugar on them, I hope.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's the only way to have them.
That's the only way to make it. I dig it. So she does sweet potatoes, marshmallow, and sometimes pecans. So that is the conglomeration of different various ingredients in a casserole dish, thus making it a casserole.
Yes.
I like it. I thought it had to have Lay's baked potato chips on top.
Not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea at all. Okay, so Aunt Ruth is going with sweet potato casserole as her go-to side. And the sweet potatoes were mashed. Okay, so mashed sweet potatoes, and then whatever she puts in her sweet potatoes. Are you a brown sugar honey butter girl? Like, because I like brown sugar. I like brown sugar. Toss in some honey butter, cover it with marshmallow, hit it with some candied pecans, and bake it.
You add honey butter, not just regular butter?
Well, there's more sugar in honey butter.
Absolutely.
Well, obviously, but okay. I'm learning.
So when I had a restaurant gig for a while, and we had sweet potatoes as one of the sides, and we would top it with two little boop, boop, ice cream things, not ice cream, but the little kind of
the little melon ballers.
Yeah, the little melon ballers of honey butter, and then we did brown sugar on top. and it was absolutely amazing. Then I would put mine under the heat lamp for a little bit, and I would let it melt the butter, and it would melt the brown sugar. Then I would open up the potato and just mix it all up. Delicious.
That's the exact noise you would make while doing it too.
That's the sound that the potato made. I didn't make that sound.
I'm pretty sure you make that sound.
I might make that sound. That is possible. This is why Mama Floyd knows. Don't give this guy a lot of sugar.
Never.
It gets crazy. But I'm wondering, Aunt Ruth, what do you put in your sweet potatoes? Do you just do the basic sweet potatoes? You bake them, you mash them, and then you top them with marshmallow and pecans, or do you put other ingredients into your sweet potatoes as you're mashing them? Isn't that caramelizing? Yes, I'm all about caramelizing. That's why I like creme brulee. It's delicious. Brown sugar and butter. Yeah, that's she knows what's up. That's what I'm talking. Try honey butter next time. Make it your own batch. Make your batch with yours, but in a little tiny one to the side. Try honey butter. I wouldn't lead you wrong. It's amazing. It's delicious. And then send me some. Do it. Just put it in an envelope and send me that. It's fine. It'll be fine.
The envelope's perfect.
Just put it in. Yeah, put it in like one of the ones with the padding in it, like the little envelopes with the bubbles on the inside.
The
Oh,
bubbles
yeah.
on the inside.
It's fine. It won't leak. Just fill that with sweet potato casserole and send it to me. They'll be like, "Why is this squishy? Don't touch it." It'll say,
just confuse the hell out of all the postal workers.
"Yeah." It'll say fragile. Fragile.
Fragile.
Don't shake. This side up. Handle with care.
They're like,
Which they never do.
They're gonna smell it. What is this? Is this food?
You just go to the post office. Is there anything flammable, explodable, or perishable in your package? No.
No, maybe not. Oh man, but I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really, really excited. Mama Floyd always pulls out some amazing stuff, and it's
super excited.
It's with the simplest of things. These delicious ingredients. It's the same ingredients, guys. We don't get crazy. It's like any Mexican restaurant you can get. It's all the same stuff in different types of wrappings. So we do exactly the same thing.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, we do exactly the same thing. It's all the same ingredients, but we put it in different vessels.
Yep.
So last year we did the croissant rolls that we made le muffins, and the year before that, I think we did the Pop-Tarts or the egg rolls. Which one did we do?
Egg rolls were the year before.
The year before that, 2 years ago, we did the Pop-Tarts, which was brilliant, man. That was so smart, and it was beautifully creative on behalf of Mama Floyd, because she knows that we're still chasing that. We're still chasing that. There's our Pop-Tarts right there. It's not too far away.
always got them close.
Always got the Pop-Tarts close.
Always.
We did 416,914 Cornish game hens a couple of years ago, which was pretty good. I think we fed the southern hemisphere.
It was over 9,000.
Over 9,000 Cornish game hens. And this year, one of the things that we're bringing forward is the cranberry turkey stuffing Rocky Mountain oyster turkey orb balls.
Spheres.
It's definitely going to have the longest title ever. And I will say this, I want to bring this up because Ryan Nolan knocks it out of the park. Don't forget the apple butter.
Oh, yes.
Huge fan of apple butter. Huge fan of apple butter. Yes. So before we get going, because we only have a couple minutes left, a huge shout out to Mama and Papa Floyd was there, I swear. There he is.
He's got the Pop-Tarts. He's got the Pop-Tarts.
A huge shout out to Mom and Papa Floyd for joining us tonight. Tyler Garrettson, the lovely Michelle Hess. Thank you guys for joining. Before we get going, a question for you guys. Mama Floyd, what is your go-to Thanksgiving dessert? Pies, cakes, what is that thing that sits at the top of your head that you cannot wait to dive into the moment that you're hungry enough to have dessert?
Pumpkin pie with real whipped cream.
Ooh, pumpkin pie with real whipped cream. I like that. I like
None
that.
of that imitation
What do you
crap.
got there, Michelle Hess? What are you thinking?
I like the lemon meringue pies. It reminds me
Meringue
of
is
my
really
mom.
good. Yeah.
So it's that's her favorite pie, and we have it every year. And
For
I like
Thanksgiving?
them.
Yeah, I get it.
So I like the lemon.
It's those affiliations we make when we eat something and like it triggers memory, like smell and taste really does well to trigger memory big time. So I totally get that. I think I know what you're going to say, Tyler. What you got?
Apple pie.
Apple pie, baby. Papa Floyd, what is your go-to Thanksgiving dessert?
I think at that time of the year, the pumpkin pie with the
Oh yeah,
frosting Yeah.
the delicious whipped cream. Yeah, Matthew Pfeiffer says pumpkin pie with lots of real whipped cream for me too. I agree. We got Jerome, my man, the potato wrangler, says, yeah, Mama Floyd is on point, baby, making it happen. So that I would say every now and then Mama Floyd will whip up a chocolate pie. And like she puts together a fantastic chocolate pie. Don't leave me alone with that chocolate pie. It's going to be a problem. I'll be up for 3 days.
I will not leave you alone with that chocolate pie.
I won't either because I'll be eating it too.
So we've gone through some delicious desserts, our incredible Thanksgivings, our main proteins, many different ways to cook a turkey, everybody's favorite side, everybody's favorite dessert. And again, on Friday, really, really looking forward to this. We're going to be diving deep, face first, into these cranberry turkey stuffing orbs, balls, Rocky Mountain oysters.
Spheres.
Yeah, spheres. Spheres. We have to see how many words we can come up with that represent a ballish figure so we don't offend anybody. But I will say this.
Or just offend everyone.
Or we could just offend everyone equally.
I think we should do that.
We're
Just
equal
call them
opportunity.
Turkey balls and get
We're
it
equal opportunity
Turkey balls.
offenders.
Turkey balls. Jerome says, I love balls. Fantastic. That's
I think that's a good place to end.
It's a great way to bring the show to an end.
That's the best possible ending right there.
So thank you to everybody for joining us tonight. We are going to be live on Patreon Wednesday night, and then I'm headed to Mama and Papa Floyd's for Thanksgiving. On Friday night, live at 9:05 from Mama and Papa Floyd's is going to be the 8th annual post-Turkey Day collaboration, which is going to be really, really good. Some incredible stuff that we're going to be whipping up. Sometimes Mama Floyd and I are making decisions the day of because we see what we have left over. We check and see, okay, what can we do with these? But I'm really, really looking forward to the concoction that she has discovered. This time I'm going to take the I Love Balls off of the screen for a moment. Sorry, Jerome. So this is what we're going to be, one of the several things that we're going to be diving into on Friday night. A huge shout out to everybody for joining us. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. If you're not able to check any other shows out before then, make sure you enjoy your day with friends and family. If it is a little bit of time that you're spending on your own, most certainly reach out and touch someone. Shoot me a Facebook message. Send me a picture of your turkey. I want to see your turkey. I know that sounds adult, but genuinely I would like to see your actual turkey for Thanksgiving and all the different ways that you can cook them.
Yes.
Garbage can turkeys, deep fried turkeys, roasted turkeys.
Brined turkeys.
And don't deep fry a frozen turkey, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to try to save you. But I do want to put this up real quick just because they just look so stinking cute. Look at this right here. Community conversation with Mama and Papa Floyd, a Thanksgiving special. Happened tonight at 7:05. It is 8:07. We are almost right on time. You guys have a good night. Stay out of trouble. Mama and Papa Floyd, if you want to hang out for just a moment, we could chat right after the show is over, if that's cool with you. And again, a huge shout out to everybody for joining us. We hope you guys have a fantastic week. Michelle Hess, any final words for the people?
Final words.
Tyler Garrison, what you got for him, dog?
Don't deep fry turkeys, folks. Please stay safe.
Don't deep fried frozen turkeys. You guys have a good night. Stay out of trouble, and we will talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.